Hello, and welcome to another video. Today I want to talk to you about a C1 that I did with Tyler this morning, 7:30 a.m. on the hill. I love this class. It's one of my favorites. Tyler is so awesome. He's been teaching for something like 2 to 4 years. I can't remember if he told me 2, 3, or 4, but he's been teaching for a long time, and he teaches C1, C2, Sculpts, and HPFs. He has the whole gamut across his tool belt. And it's really cool because then you see how he integrates the practices with one another into the way he teaches the different classes. For instance, he brought a ball pose transition into the first part. I can't remember if it was integration or into the first round of Sun A, but he brought a ball pose transition into sitting down. For the Chaturanga demo? No, because you come from down dog. Is that an owl? No, it's just a really fat squirrel. That squirrel is really high up in that tree. But anyways, I really like Tyler's class. And so after class with Tyler, we always talk about things that he did well and opportunities for growth. One thing that I thought that he did really well in that class was, this is kind of a cop-out, but it was everything. And the reason I say that is because I've been taking a lot of C1s with people that haven't taught a lot of them, and at the same time I'm learning it myself. And so I'm seeing the way that the mistakes present themselves, primarily taking too long. People really like to spend extra time in the juicier poses, and what that leads to is either running over time or having to omit certain poses from the flow. That can be detrimental because the poses are built in a sequential manner for a specific reason. They build into each other very nicely, especially at the end of class. And so we did a great job of allocating time for that. Specifically, I've noticed that some people tend to dally in runner's lunge or in side plank. They just like to hold things for a long period of time. But what he does, he just has the 3 or 4 essential cues that he really wants to bang out, get people to breathe, get people deep into their practice, and move them through it in a way that creates dynamic flow. That's the point of vinyasa. An opportunity for growth for Tyler, and this is one thing we talked about, is that he is not as comfortable with physical touch as he wishes that he was to be an optimal yoga instructor. We talked about how to improve that, but basically the thing is that, and Raj says this, Doris says this, Lauren, Francis, the instructors, they say that it comes down to intention. Who you are and how you truly feel about what you're doing will determine if it's genuine or not, and if it feels creepy or not. Now, it's difficult because we can't control the mind, you know what I mean? Like, it's not up to my control whether or not I have a sexual thought about an individual. It is up to my control whether or not I entertain that thought or if I simply allow it to float away. And that is how mindfulness can help with this. But beyond that, it's just truly having the intention of, I want to help this person, and having that as the goal. Whatever my mind wants to do is secondary, unimportant, and irrational because I am focused on my intention. So we talked about how to fix this for Tyler. And one of the things that we talked about was taking small progressive steps, setting small goals, committing to those and nothing more in terms of commitment, and then actually following through with them. So for instance, saying, I'm going to adjust someone for this pose in this class. And then you go into the class and you adjust for that pose, that one person. Whatever else you do in that class is irrelevant in terms of reaching towards this goal. Let's say you got it. You're successful. Congratulations. Celebrate that. Reward yourself. Then, next time you go into the class, I'm going to do the pose I did last time, and I'm also going to do this one. Maybe it's a little bit more of an intimate adjustment. For instance, the down dog, hip up and back adjustment. Then you do that as well as the other one, and then you reward yourself for that. And then it becomes pretty easy. Maybe you have to just rep out one day's worth of things a few times before you really feel comfortable, competent, and confident with it enough to where you can then progress forward. But the point is that these small steps allow that progression. And I think that can actually be extrapolated to life as well. As a matter of fact, I got it from a podcast episode where Jordan Peterson was talking about this. What he did with his daughter, same sort of process. It's just this general idea of do this, win, succeed, reward yourself, and step it up. And that's just rinse and repeat from there. Done.